Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I am Ron Nicoletti. It is Twilight Friday. We have 9 races we want to show you. Mr. Pete Aiello has those track and weather conditions.
9 races on the Friday program here this afternoon. Chamber of Commerce weather conditions for horse racing with temperatures in the upper 80s, a fast main track, a firm turf course, and a sunny sky. First of the day over the turf at 1 mile. Maiden Claimer's in for $20,000. Scratch the 11, not quite ready. A field of 10. The favorite was the 7, Manhattan Project.
Racing at Gulfstream. Good start inside for Mexican Lucky, who heads off for the early lead. Salary Cap has speed. Fulgencio trying to work over from an outside gate. These 3 are quickest, and they race ahead of Sky Knight, who's a joint 4th, and just to his inside goes Weaponized. It's a length and a half back to Booming Bodron, who settles in mid-flight in front of the team of Spring Joy and King Agripaw. The favorite Manhattan Project is second last early and spots the leader about 9 lengths, and 2.5 to the trailer, Chop Chop Charlie. Around the first turn they go. Mexican Lucky has the lead under Carlos Lugo in front by a length. Fulgencio on the outside pressing the issue second, 3 better than Salary Cap third. Sky Knight is racing from 4th ahead of Weaponized in 5th. Then back to Booming Bodron. It's a length back to Spring Joy, and on his inside King Agripaw. 2 better than Manhattan Project, who's still unhurried at this point, and the trailer is Chop Chop Charlie. The opening quarter mile was 23 and 4. There's less than half a mile to go. The opening half mile was 48 seconds flat, and bumping the margin to 5 is Mexican Lucky. Mexican Lucky leads around the far turn from Sky Knight, who's the first to make a move, getting up into second. Back to third is Fulgencio, running home 3 wide Booming Bodron outside of Weaponized. That's all for Salary Cap. Manhattan Project still has an awful lot to do, and less than a quarter of a mile to do it as Sky Knight bids up to take the lead. There's a quarter of a mile left to go, and Jonathan Gonzalez and Sky Knight set sail for the money. They've opened 5 now. From the back, Chop Chop Charlie wide on the course and trying to get a slice. Manhattan Project is loose and charging hard. Final 1/8 of a mile. Sky Knight by 4. Running on is Spring Joy, Manhattan Project, and Chop Chop Charlie. Sky Knight close to home with the lead. Sky Knight will win it. Very close for second between Spring Joy and Manhattan Project. Chop Chop Charlie finished 4th in 1:38 and 1.
Favorite has to settle for second in the first race as number 7, Manhattan Project, just left too much to do inside the final quarter of a mile. The horse who got the jump on him and the victory was number 8, Sky Knight, under jockey Jonathan Gonzalez for trainer Cecil Paul and owners Derek and Kimberly Paul. To the second race now on the start of the early pick 4, 2-year-old fillies take center stage. They travel 5.5 furlongs for a claiming price of $16,000. Scratch number 6, Mary Lee and Me. Heavily favored number 4, Bargain Air.
And they're off. From between horses, Always Venezuela was the first to break the line. Down at the inside, that's Jersey Rose up to challenge. The big favorite Bargain Air is away off the flank of these top 2, racing in 3rd. Out 4 wide is She's Unbridled, and the one who has no early speed is Haspel. 5th and last as they go past the half-mile point. 4 of the 5 across the course. 3 wide, Bargain Air. Jersey Rose toward the rail. Always Venezuela is between horses. 4 wide and She's Unbridled, and it's a gap of 5 to Haspel. Less than 3/8 of a mile remains with 23 seconds to the opening quarter station. Up on the outside, Bargain Air 3 wide and up to challenge for the lead. Jersey Rose moves right with her second. They've put away Always Venezuela, who's back to 3rd. She's Unbridled, not picking up her feet. Haspel's been last throughout with a quarter of a mile left to go. Off the turn in the stretch drive, Jersey Rose cuts the corner and fights back. Bargain Air right alongside second, 4 clear of Always Venezuela 3rd. Less than an 1/8 to go. On the outside, Bargain Air grinding away and grinding down Jersey Rose. Always Venezuela back for more. Bargain Air ahead in front. Jersey Rose game on the inside. Jersey Rose comes back to win it. Jersey Rose all hard inside gives Jonathan Gonzalez a sweep of the double in 106 flat.
What a great stretch battle in today's second race. The kickoff leg of the early pick 4 is number 1, Jersey Rose, loses the lead and battles back to get the victory, remaining undefeated in her young racing career. The daughter of Mucho Macho Man, gamest of all under Jonathan Gonzalez. Double J gets a sweep of the early daily double for Kathy Ritvo and Reeves Thoroughbred Racing. 4 Bargain Air second, 3 Always Venezuela ran third.
Welcome to my playground. To my playground. To my playground. You wanna play nice, play nice.
Back now for race number 3 on the program. 5 furlongs over the turf. Claimers in for a price tag of $10,000. Scratch the 11 and 12. A field of 10. This was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Picture perfect beginning. From the center, West of Eden fired up to take the early lead and crosses ahead and leads the way by 2 early over Pioneer Pete and Mr. French second and third. Mormia has to slam on the brakes in the mid-flight part of things. Far outside goes Creaky Cricket. Splitting horses is Deneb. I Go for Greatness is in that top vanguard as well. Then it's a gap of 2 to Canta Claro, third last. Second last, Colonel Red. Texas Rustler has to pass them all with less than 3 furlongs to run, and West of Eden to catch. West of Eden rounds the turn on top by 2. Mr. French second, Deneb third. Creaky Cricket is fourth. Mormia very wide. Pioneer Pete toward the rail. Trying to get underway from the back is Texas Rustler, and they're at the top of the stretch. West of Eden set down for the drive by Marcos Meneses and maintains the lead. Mr. French on the outside second. Late run from Texas Rustler toward the inside in his barn buddy Pioneer Pete. Final furlong, West of Eden strong. And West of Eden's going to take him gate to wire and spring a nice upset at 16-1. Second was Texas Rustler. Pioneer Pete ran third at 57 flat.
Number 7, West of Eden, had one thing a variety of his rivals did not, which was 5 furlong turf speed. He uses that speed to kick clear early and hold on late, springing the upset under Marcos Meneses for trainer Henry Colazo and owner's 4 Horsemen Racing Stable. Second, number 5, Texas Rustler from a mile back, ahead of his barn buddy 2, Pioneer Pete, who had to settle for third. To the 4th race and the start of the Rainbow Six. 6 furlongs the journey. Claimers in for a price tag of $10,000. Scratch number 3, Get a Room. Field of 6. Favorite was the 7, Queen Roller.
And they're off. Last in, first out, Queen Roller fires to the top from Yakut, who comes away to race in second. Competitive players away in good shape. She's now third. Back to fourth and working Carol K outside of Dreaming Aveka, who's second last. And the early trailer is Schmiss. Down the backstretch they go, and Jaramillo and Queen Roller to the half-mile point. In front, 3 parts of length. Yakut is second. Competitive player is third. Working Carol K is in stride from fourth. Gap of 3 to Dreaming Aveka in fifth, and Schmiss is last. 22 and 3 for the opening quarter speed. They're 3 furlongs from home. With the advantage, Queen Roller by almost 2. Yakut is still in range second. Gaffleone getting after competitive player. Not much of a response there. Meanwhile, working Carol K tries to get the boilers going. She's racing fourth with a quarter of a mile left to go. Armeo still sitting chilly on the Zerpa trainee as Queen Roller comes off the turn, leading by about 3. Second is Yakut down the center, working Carol K with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Queen Roller has no dangers. Inside that final 1/16 of a mile, 8-5 the price, and it's easy money as Queen Roller goes gate to wire to win by an emphatic 5 lengths. Working Carol K second, Yakut third.
It's becoming somewhat automatic here in South Florida. Just bet Gilberto Zerpa with new acquisitions. He's been firing on all cylinders in all departments, but especially that one. He gets a new acquisition today. It was Queen Roller, who shot right to the top and never faced a serious threat under jockey Misael Jaramillo for owners Soldi Stable and Araguani Stable. To the 5th race now on the start of today's Late Pick 5 on turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Scratch the alternates 11, 12, and 13. A field of 10, and this was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Check to last, Gradar's Resolve. Hot and Heavy begins well. Go Gone Gone from the far outside is fired up to take the lead. Fast Eddie E is taken in hand. He's down toward the inside. Beneficiary emerges into the top flight with Blind Ruckus. Saving ground at the rail is Rumbago. Then in between horses is the gray Ambassador Jim. He's spotted about 8 or 9 lengths off this breakaway leader up front. Down inside goes Gray Dude, racing ahead of Gradar's Resolve. And Too Stormy is last of all as Go Gone Gone is gone for now. Go Gone Gone has opened up a 10-length lead. Racing in second is Hot and Heavy. Beneficiary on the outside third. Back to fourth is Fast Eddie E ahead of Rumbago. Then Ambassador Jim and Gray Dude. At the back, Blind Ruckus, Too Stormy, and Gradar's Resolve. Interesting complexion to the race tactically as Go Gone Gone has isolated himself up front, but Hot and Heavy rates his own trip second with Beneficiary on the outside third. It's a gap of 3 to Fast Eddie E. Fourth, Ambassador Jim tries to make some ground from fifth. Back to sixth is Gray Dude Dude, who improves inside of Rumbago. Two Stormies underway, still second last. Gradar's Resolve. Blind Ruckus is still last, and Go Gone Gone is still first. Go Gone Gone to the top of the stretch, tries to stretch his speed. He leads by 2.5. Hot and Heavy coming under pressure, not responding, trying to look for closers who could be involved. Gray Dude and Ambassador Jim both trying to launch attacks with less than a quarter of a mile to go. Here's Gray Dude. He's the one finishing up pretty well. He'll have to get to Fast Eddie E. Fast Eddie E for a short lead, but Gray Dude gobbles him up on the outside, and Gray Dude with a long sustained run from the back will win it, and win it going away. Ambassador Jim's going to get up for second. Third is Fast Eddie E, and fourth was Go Gone Gone. 131 and 2.
Very little stretch movement in today's fifth race, but the big movement came from the winner as number 9, Gray Dude, muscled off cover, turning for home, and kicked on to win it under a strong ride from jockey Tyler Gaffleone, trainer Armando Della Cerda, and Crystal Racing Enterprises. Number 3, Ambassador Jim, got up for second, ahead of the 2, Fast Eddie E, who ran third. Time for a commercial timeout. Still to come, the late pick 4, sprinting on the main track right after this.
And Gulfstream is pulling away. Gulfstream blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Gulfstream kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program. Start of today's late pick 4. 5.5 furlongs the journey. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. A field of 9 signed on. Favorites included 2 Grand Nene and 8 Wild Good.
And they're off. The Wayne factor stumbled at the start. Shackleford Storm, one of the first into stride, up on the outside. It's McFly with some early speed. Away in third is All About Yasom. Wild Good moves up on the outside to take fourth, racing ahead of the Wayne factor. Then comes Grand Nene. A half a length back to Cyber Josh ahead of Potachan, and My Charming Clyde is last of all with less than half a mile to go. Around the far turn they go with Shackleford Storm in front by a head. McFly turning up the pressure second, 2.5 clear of Wild Good, who's back to third. All About Yasom is fourth within 4 lengths of the lead, 5 ahead of the Wayne factor. The favorite Grand Nene doing no running of any kind. He's plummeted to last with a quarter of a mile left to go. McFly on the outside. Shackleford Storm cuts the corner on the inside. These two have been at each other since they sprung it, with Shackleford Storm doing slightly the better work. On the outside, McFly is still second. All About Yasom third. Wild Good is now fourth. Less than an eighth to go. Shackleford Storm in front by 2. They're starting to close ground. From the outside, McFly. Late run now from Grand Nene and the Wayne factor, but Shackleford Storm is home first. Very close for second. The Wayne factor photos with McFly, then Grand Nene in a minute 5 flat.
Number 7, Shackleford Storm, came with a nice bottom in today's 6th race as he got that going long on the main track. He had been doing that of late. Today he goes only 5.5 furlongs and has a lot better stick, getting the victory under Leonel Reyes for owner-trainer Alexis Camano, who continues to have a quiet but effective summer season. We go now to race number 7 of the day at 1 1/8 miles over the turf. Allowance optional claiming runners. A scratch of 5 and a scratch of 10 leaves us with a field of 8. The favorites were 7 Hoosier Drama and the 8 Erasmo's Dream.
And they're off. From between horses, Global Entry is quick to start and goes looking for the lead from Unbridled Holiday, who moves to be second. Taken in hand third is Without Remorse. Up on the outside, False Accusation, followed fifth by Hoosier Drama. 2 back to Affluential, who's racing from 6th. Erasmo's Dream is 7th. And the early trailer, Kickin' Boy. Around the first turn they go. Global Entry holds the inside edge and the lead. 3 parts of a length better than Unbridled Holiday, who races from 2nd. Without Remorse is now 3rd. 4th on the outside is False Accusation. Then back at the inside goes Hoosier Drama. The favorite's about 4.5 lengths off the lead, working a length better than Erasmo's Dream, who's ahead in front of Affluential, and then 3 more to Kickin' Boy, who's unhurried at this stage as they roll into the backstretch. Nick Juarez trying to harness the speed of the veteran Global Entry, who completes a quarter in 24 and 2 and heads down the backstretch with the advantage. On the outside, Unbridled Holiday is there second. Without Remorse is 3rd. False Accusation is 4th ahead of Hoosier Drama, who's biding his time 5th. Erasmo's Dream creeps a bit closer than Affluential and Kickin' Boy. Inside half a mile from home, Global Entry continues to shoulder the load. Global Entry into the far turn in front by a length on Bridal Holiday starts to get a bit more serious racing in second. Without Remorse at a big price, third and ready to go. Erasmo's Dream let go by Jaramillo. 3 wide and on the move from fourth. Back at the inside, Hoosier Drama's going to try to tip for Racing Room. Then False Accusation, Affluential, and Kickin' Boy as they run to the top of the stretch. Toward the inside, Global Entry comes under pressure on Bridal Holiday. Up on the outside is now second. Without Remorse is next, and from between horses, it's Hoosier Drama. There's an eighth of a mile to go. Hoosier Drama's going to try to thread the needle here, and here he comes. What a trip. Hoosier Drama now powers to the front, and this is lights out. It's Paco Lopez and Hoosier Drama kicking away. Unbridled Holiday second, Without Remorse was third, then Global Entry and Erasmo's Dream.
Number 7, Hoosier Drama, got an absolutely picture-perfect ride from veteran raidsman Paco Lopez. He found room right when he needed to and really didn't ask the son of Big Drama for his best until that point. Hoosier Drama kicked it in inside the final furlong and registered the score for Paco Lopez, Peter Walder, and Brian Hanley and Walder Racing. 6, Unbridled Holiday was second. 3, Without Remorse, outran his odds. He ended up third.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm. From the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 8 on the program. First half of the late daily double. These are claimers in for a $30,000 price tag. They went 6 furlongs. Field of 8. The favorite was the 3, Darwish.
And they're off. It was a good start for KC Two-Step, who looks for the lead. Transitives being sent hard at the rail. Fafa shows speed. Away in fourth is Juan and Bina. Darwish is off the speed today. Jaramillo's not happy about it. He gives him a crack on the shoulder to get into position. Out wide on the course is Powerful Venezuela. The trailer is the Best Candy. They make their way to the half-mile point, and Fafa and jockey Edgar Zayas with the advantage. Transitive is second. Darwish has the spot he wants now. He's third at the inside, Juan and Bina fourth. Back to fifth and wide is Powerful Venezuela around KC Two-Step. The trailer, the Best Candy. 22 and 4 for the opening quarter speed as they run to the top of the stretch. 5/16 to run. Powerful Venezuela moves up 4 wide. Juan and Bina 3 wide. Transitive in the 2-path. Fafa next. Darwish at the inside. He's trying to close ground from the back, and the Best Candy has a shot. There's many chances here as they wheel home. Well, on the inside, Darwish cut the corner. There's momentum's out in the center, though, with the Best Candy who's over the top. Powerful Venezuela's right there with him. The Best Candy at 40 to 1. He keeps closing. Powerful Venezuela tries to run with him. The Best Candy has the lead. Powerful Venezuela's second best. The upset is on. The Best Candy won it. Powerful Venezuela's second, Fafa third, and 1:11 flat.
Big upset to kick off the late daily double as the longest shot in the race, number 7, the Best Candy, sweeps wide and rolls by under jockey Hector Barrios for trainer Jaime Mejia and the Thoroughbred Champions Training Center. 8, Powerful Venezuela gave it a good try and ended up second ahead of the 1, Fafa, who ran third. The favorite, Darwish, disappoints. On out to race number 9 on the program, over the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $10,000. Scratch the alternates 11 through 16. A field of 10. This was a wide open betting race.
And runners away. She's a Great One begins well. Far outside, Lady of Shady Lane has speed, and Quana now marches between horses. Lady of Shady Lane from the far outside gate will cross and clear in the run to the first turn. Quana comes away to race in second. Now moving to third is Trini Pleasure. She is a Great One is next toward the rail in fourth, followed by Scottish Sky. On her outside goes Tropical Runnings with about 6 lengths to make up. 2.5 clear of the gray Puro Blanco. Then down inside third last goes She's No Joke ahead of Lady and Me. Casual Caro is last of the lot as they roll into the backstretch. It's Lady of Shady Lane and Marcos Meneses calling out the shots with a length and a half to work with over Quana, who races from second. On the outside, and Trini Pleasure from third. She is a great one, is next toward the rail. Followed fifth by Scottish Sky, 3 ahead of Lady and Me, who begins to move forward. She got past Tropical Runnings, who begins to beat a retreat. Piro Blanco is next. Second last is She's No Joke. Casual Caro remains at the back as they swing to the far turn. The opening half mile complete in 48-4 with less than 3 furlongs to go. Lady of Shady Lane under siege as Trini Pleasure comes to call. Scottish Sky is poised to strike 3 wide, and Scottish Sky is on the march now, only a neck behind. Lady and Me has to circle wide as well. Meanwhile, She Is a Great One's going to try to get through on the fence, followed by Puro Blanco, and they're at the top of the stretch. Edgard Zayas and Scottish Sky can wait no more, and they stride to a clear lead. She Is a Great One off cover to try to get after second. Puro Blanco next with Lady and Me, and She's No Joke. Final eighth of a mile, Scottish Sky a length and a half in front. Zayas wants more. He's getting more, and he's getting enough. Scottish Sky to home first in the Friday finale over She Is a Great One. Up third, She's No Joke, then Trini Pleasure and Puro Blanco in 133 flat.
It was a form for result of today's final race as number 4, Scottish Sky, was the one you wanted around the far turn. She kicks on for the victory under Edgard Zayas for trainer Mark Cassie and owner Gary Barber. 1, She Is a Great One second. 8, She Is No Joke, spices up the try and runs third. Speaking of spicing up exotics, the Best Candy blew up the Pick 5 in the Rainbow 6 today. Pick 5 was healthy, so was the Rainbow 6, but multiple winning tickets carry over going into Saturday's card in the Rainbow 6 of more than $40,000.
And that wraps up Friday's card. Remember, on Saturday, a 12-race card, including the stake race, the Bears Den. Our first race post, 12:45 p.m. Boy, you got to be at Gulfstream Park.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.